Alrighty, welcome to the Dierks and Denver Podcast. For any of you out there who thought we were going to drop the ball and not record a second episode, the joke's on you. We're here today. It's cold outside. We're having fun in here, though. It's negative 20 where I'm at. Denver's in the middle of a blizzard. We don't freaking care. We're out here trying to entertain. Let's get right into it. Denver, how are you today, buddy?
Oh, good. I am fantastic. You're right. It is a snowy blizzard outside my house right now. I hate it. I needed to go to the store today, and I can't. So, fuck you, weather. Oh, sorry. I PG. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Why don't you just walk?
But it's nice to see. It's nice. Well, it's nice to see everyone again. Like Dirk said, for people who thought that we weren't gonna do this again, wrong. We're gonna keep at it, keep going, keep building, brick by brick.
What a speech! I'm excited now. I could just run through a damn wall after that one. You should consider being like a pee-wee football coach.
I will. How about that? I'll call the local elementary school and be like, hey, I can be a coach to your kids.
Yeah, you might not want to lead with that. That makes you sound a little bit questionable. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, we're just having fun here on a Saturday. We're gonna try something a little different today. Kind of a week in review thing. We're going to talk about the best kind of news items that Denver and I were interested in throughout the week. Just try to have some fun, shine some light on maybe some stuff people missed. And anyway, our first topic. I'm excited. I hope Denver's excited. Because here it is. For our YouTube and Twitch audiences, you can see on the screen, NCAA Football, the video game, is coming back, baby. I can distinctly remember 10-year-old me sitting in my basement, playing on my PS2, NCAA 06. I was a quarterback for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I wore number 29 because I had no concept of what a cool number for a quarterback was. I won like 4 natties, 4 Heismans. I was the GOAT. I'm so excited to get back to that.
I loved NCAA football for one reason. I got to play in high school and in college. Then I could just import my guy into Madden. That is fantastic. I hope this leads into the extinction of like the Madden story mode and back into like create a player type or like whatever they wanted to call it that year. But I love it. I'm excited. I want to know some details like, are athletes getting paid? Will we have paid athletes in this game? Because, California, you can make money off that. What is going to be there? I'm just excited. If they can do it properly, just imagine. I know it's stupid, but an ultimate team, but college. Like,
hey, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I would mess with that a little bit. I haven't messed with Ultimate Team in a hot minute, but if they came back in 2023 and they said we have Ultimate Team for the NCAA, imagine like an RG3 Baylor.
Ooh.
Oh, Adrian Peterson, Oklahoma.
Denver hinted at it, but I'm a little disappointed in what Madden has done. After NCAA football, I believe the last one was NCAA 14. So it's been like 7-8 years now coming up on without an NCAA football game, and Madden is kind of did a half-assed. I don't even know if you can call it half. Like attempt to kind of put college into the Madden game in the story mode, and I just haven't enjoyed it. The few Madden story modes I've played since NCAA football went extinct, but I don't know. I'm just really excited for it to be resurrected. You can see here on the screen, we missed some epic covers, Denver. We missed some epic game covers throughout the years. We have Johnny Football in NCAA 15.
Yo, could you imagine a Johnny Manziel? Oh, my God.
Deshaun Watson, the hero we didn't deserve. He beat Alabama, the juggernaut. What?
Future Bears quarterback. What?
Zeke Elliott, the Ohio State team that could beat Alabama and Oregon to win the Natty. Oh yes. Marcus Mariota, the biggest flop in football history. No, I'm sorry, that was rude. No, I want Marcus Mariota back in the NFL as a full-time starter, but that's a different story. Last two, a shared cover. I absolutely hate this one, but it's pretty much because of this guy that's on the right-hand side of the screen, Baker Mayfield. Not a big fan, but
Baker is great.
And Saquon Barkley. Oh, and then I think the last one, yes, Kyler Murray. We missed some epic covers.
Yes.
I was seeing Joe Burrow come out on Twitter and say, I just want to be on the cover. And who was the other one? Oh, there was somebody else. Anyway, not gonna spend the time to think too hard about it. I'm just excited. I'm very excited. However, it was revealed, I do believe. Yes, right here. Development of EA Sports College Football is just underway, with launch timing still to come as the project progresses in the years ahead. We're looking at 2 to 3 years probably, and by that time the players should be in position to be paid. This is from Brian Weedy, and that is partial statement from EA on this whole thing. So we're still going to have to wait a little while, but damn, I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be a super fun game to play. I want when we talked about it when it first was announced, I was like, man, I'm gonna play until I'm 100 years old. I'm gonna win 100 Rose Bowls in NCAA football 2023 at this rate. But I'm genuinely excited. I think it's gonna be a good launching pad. There's some things that I think we don't typically mention that are like Madden. We mentioned Madden a few seconds ago. They don't have exclusive rights to the NFL anymore. I don't know if you knew that. Apparently 2K is making a game that's a non-simulation, but is going to try to tread the line on that. So we'll see, but NCAA football, it's back. It's better than ever. I'm ready.
I think we all are, buddy. I think we all are. Moving on. I do believe our second topic of the day, something that both of us are well aware of, is the state of Call of Duty Warzone and just Call of Duty in general. There's a lot made about it. We're not going to spend too much time dwelling on it. There's no anti-cheat. That kind of sucks. We'll just leave it at that. However, we may be rounding a corner right here. This last week, it started off kind of shitty. And now we've heard some news that maybe we're just rounding the corner. I'm excited. We're going to pull it up on the screen for our visual audience. These are the patch notes from just a couple of days ago in Warzone. We finally have another fix to the stim glitch. It's only, like the 5th or 6th time. Hopefully the last time, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. Not going to lie to you. What else we got here? This is another big one. Your Cold War weapons in Warzone might actually reload now. I can't tell you how many times I've died because I've tried to reload my damn MAC-10 and it won't put the damn bullets into my gun. I'm so pissed. I'm just trying to get cracked out of my mind. And there's some other stuff that we really don't care about. However, another one. On the Cold War side of things, big update this week. It was their, mid-season relaunch. We got a ton of new content. Denver, what are we thinking about all this shit?
Well, I want to know why it was so big, the update. I want to know what was really in there because it was a fairly large update. What
I do believe, what did you tell me? 11 gigs on console? I don't know what it was on PC. I didn't honestly pay attention, but it does seem like the patch notes didn't tell the full story.
Yeah, it was like 11 gigs on the PS4 when I looked at it. And it was really interesting to me because it doesn't, like I said, for what it is, 11.2 gigs is a lot. So I really want to know what's next for Call of Duty because there have been rumors and things we talked prior to the stream about that just make the game playable for like a week or two, and then it's another thing. Either it's another meta, it's another stim glitch for the 100th time, or we get something completely random. Like I remember when I first started playing Warzone, it was big where you would like glitch out in the gulag and become a giant block.
That
So
was a fun one. That was, wow. Take me back.
So I do enjoy Warzone right now for the one simple fact is there is no OP weapon. I see a lot of variations in weapons
Absolutely.
right now, and that's great because DMR meta was buns. I hated my life during the DMR meta. I'm not even a great player, which makes this game even more unenjoyable when everybody can be semi-tolerable at this game. So
Yeah, I think that's a
I'm
great
glad
talking
they're
point. I mean, right now, the weapon balance is probably about as good as it's ever been. You still have very strong weapons. The DMR is definitely still viable. The AMAX is
been using the Bruin.
pretty OP, but nothing like just absolutely game breaking. And I mean, you could probably use. I can think of almost probably like 10, 12 guns as primaries right off the rip that you're not going to get absolutely destroyed if you're using. And I mean, I think the balance of snipers and SMGs as your secondary is pretty good right now. The game, outside of the exploits and hacking and stuff like that, I think is in a really good spot. We saw a ban wave this week that got rid of 60,000 accounts that were supposed hackers. We have we can cover that in a different light some other time if we really want to. You need to do something anti-cheat wise to really get this game in a good spot, because just banning accounts on a free game not really doing a whole lot in the long term. But I can see that they're at least making an attempt to make this game playable in the long term, when there for a while it looked like it might not stand up to the test of time.
Here's what I'd like to see. We have Raven Software, right? They're the main holders of Warzone right now, and that's what we're talking about. The only way this game becomes like truly viable again, where it's pretty much beloved by all, like it was at one point, is you have to build essentially a new map from the ground up, integrate that map with an anti-cheat. Like that's the only way you're gonna get anything done, because here's the thing. Hackers are still a big thing. You mentioned it. I'm just gonna say it because it grinds my gears. They banned 60,000 accounts. But little do they know, as you said, they just only banned 6 people. Like, I was watching I think it was like a J God, maybe it was Expel. I think it was J God. He had this clip of a streamer talking to a literal hacker. And that man has 4,000 accounts because he always gets banned.
Yep.
But here's the thing. You either live to see yourself become a villain, or you die a hero, right? Or other way around, whatever it is. Because this guy only got hacks because he was being hacked on.
Yep.
So, like,
It's such a tough circle right now. Hopefully, there's varying reports that some sort of anti-cheat or something in that realm is coming. It cannot come soon enough, in my opinion, but we'll just have to kind of accept where we are right now. If we want to flip over to the Cold War side of things, that update, we saw Express come back from Black Ops 2. That was one of our first COD games, I remember. Great memories of Black Ops 2. I played this map, or at least got to take a look at it, playing some prop hunt with some friends the other night. It looks beautiful just like it did back in the day. I'm excited. I'm a big Call of Duty League fan. You know that. I'm assuming that Express Search and Destroy is coming back. That was really popular back in Black Ops 2. The Cold War maps aren't great for Search and Destroy, so I expect to see this back in the rotation. all in all, very excited to see Express come back in this midseason update. And the other big one, the thing that made me the most hype, because I think Cold War Zombies is really, really fun. The kind of rework they did to some of the basic mechanics of zombies in this game has made it super replayable for me as more of a casual fan for the last several years of the zombies mode. And they released the Firebase Z map, and I've played this just twice now. Once on opening day, that was 2 days ago, and then last night I actually did the Easter egg. And dude, it's just a lot of fun. We're gonna have to get some games in soon. I don't know if you've seen much on it, but go ahead and give me your thoughts on Express and or the new Zombies map.
I really enjoy that Express is back. I got to play it at work. We don't need to go there yet, but I got to play Express at work, and it was genuinely a fun map. I remember that was really the first time that I can remember that you took Call of Duty really seriously. I genuinely just enjoyed Express. And like you said, the the new Zombies is insanely replayable. I don't know what they did.
It's just fun, dude.
Really fun.
It's just fun.
I have played Cold War in like a month and a half. I was having issues on my Xbox. I still don't know if I'm gonna have issues on my Xbox. So it's they're making progress. I saw a tweet from Troy Dan. If you don't know him, he's a popular 2K YouTuber. He said, before microtransactions and patches, game companies would go all out on making the best possible game. I really would wish Call of Duty would take that mentality of, hey, we're going to go all out. Screw the microtransactions. The patches will come because they always need to, but we need to make a very fun game. I think Cold War overall is a decent game. Zombies is easily the best mode out of the entire full game, though.
Yeah, right now, again, I'm not going to dive too deep into this. I don't find Cold War multiplayer that enjoyable. You know, if we have a big party, playing VIP Escort is kind of fun. Prop Hunt making its return has just been a little bit of a relaxing game mode for me to play sometimes on stream. But in terms of, you know, I've always been a multiplayer guy, and in this game I just can't really get myself up to play it. But Zombies, I mess with that every day of the week. I've had a lot of fun. It just is what it is. And this new map, it's kind of, there's two parts, one very small part, and then the main map. You start in like a little Vietnamese village, if you haven't seen much of it. And you are then teleported to a nearby military base, Firebase Z. And that's kind of the main part of the map. They have a new wonder weapon. They fused essentially a ray gun and an AK-47. The thing is badass. It's so much fun to use. We're gonna have to get you in that map as soon as possible. But I think that's probably about enough Call of Duty talk for now. I'm sure we'll get more Call of Duty talk in the very near future. So moving on with the next big topic we have. I know there's got to be a lot of people out there that resonate with us on this. Denver and I, big Marvel fanboys. Big. You know, I grew up on the Infinity Saga. Dude, Iron Man changed my life. Robert Downey Jr. in that character literally changed my life and the way I look at movies. And WandaVision has been a blessing. I'm just going to come out and say it. We're now basically at the halfway point. Thought this would be a good time to pick it up. Just perfect timing on our part. And I'll let you take it away since you're big into this show right now. And yeah.
Okay, so WandaVision came out, right? And my first thought was awesome, like from the rip, because it's been like a good year and a half, since we've got anything new Marvel released. You know, the pandemic hit and everything slowed down for a good chunk of time, and so this would feel refreshing. And this latest episode really messes everything up. I'm trying to keep it super
Yeah,
nice.
no
Messes everything up.
fair warning right here, right now. There may be a spoiler that slips here and there. Let's just be real. There's going to be spoilers that slip. We might just talk about the whole dang thing. So if you don't want to have any spoilers, and no matter where you're listening, if you're listening on YouTube or SoundCloud, skip ahead. I'll have the timestamps in the description. You've been warned right now. All right, Denver, resume.
X-Men are here. X-Men have arrived. Pietro is fucking Evan Peters from the X-Men. Fox, baby. I lost my mind because when they shot that shot, the back of the head looks like Pietro Maximoff from Age of Ultron. But when you turn around, it's Evan Peters, Pietro Maximoff. If for people who don't know or don't really understand what's going on here, Fox owned X-Men. The Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are actually X-Men. But Disney has also the rights to them, which is really weird. Like, I don't get it. So, at the same time, Evan Peters is Quicksilver, and AGT, I don't actually know his full name, was Marvel's Quicksilver. Marvel's Quicksilver dies, but Fox's Quicksilver is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't realize this. I was watching a video. But because the show is based off sitcoms, there was a lot of like random recastings back in the 80s and 90s. Easy one for everyone to know is like Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
She was a big one. So the recasting joke is, what a random weird recasting. But this opens the door. Here's my thinking.
The one thing that I'm just going to throw it out there that Denver kind of glossed over right there. I can't remember exactly when, but sometime in the last couple of years, Disney then acquired Fox. So now both the X-Men and the Marvel brands belong to the same company, which is why we can now see this crossover.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Yep. I'm assuming our audience knows, but that's anyway.
I mean, you got like halfway there, but I was
huge.
just covering your bases.
Yeah. This is a huge step forward on what the future brings. Overall, this is probably the most exciting thing Marvel has done since probably, I'd say, Infinity War. Endgame was kind of a foregone conclusion on how that was being written. But, Thanos snap at the end of Infinity War, that was kind of big. So this is the next big thing. And as we progress in the Marvel Universe, we'll see things that we've never seen before. I assume in episode 6, there will be an explanation on why Pietro is now Quicksilver from Fox, Evan Peters. And I'm ready for that explanation. I also am intrigued because Vision now knows that the universe he is in is not real.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when there's going to be a battle there between Scarlet Witch and Vision. I truly see it. But I don't think Wanda is the one fully in control. I'll keep that in for a little later, maybe the next time we talk about WandaVision. Okay, I'm just going to say it. It's Mephisto. If anyone thinks it's not Mephisto, it's Mephisto or the Grim Reaper. He's just a dream dude. But Mephisto is the MCU devil. He's Marvel's like little devil man who controls his power, like Scarlet Witch's like red shit that she spits out, That's actually from the devil. So that's just in the comics. Go on, you guys. You can talk now, Dierks.
All right, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. Denver gave you the big rundown right there. I definitely appreciate that. He's big into kind of that side of things. I just love the kind of the story and how it like the storytelling as if anyone doesn't know. I went to school for journalism and mass communication, that type of stuff. So storytelling is kind of my thing, and I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is some of the best storytelling out there. So that I don't like any spoilers. I try to avoid spoilers at all costs. So I had no idea really what was going on heading into WandaVision. They dropped those first couple episodes a few weeks back, and I watched them, and I'm not going to lie. I told Denver this too. I was a little underwhelmed because it didn't really seem, since I didn't really, the path was not clear to me just based off the first 2 episodes. And that's fine because they've definitely resolved that in these next few, and I can see the arc a little bit more clearly now. But if you just caught the first 2 episodes, you're probably thinking like, what? Like this is weird. It doesn't really make sense. And honestly, it was a little drab because it was almost like they were forcing 2 really interesting characters from the MCU in Wanda and Vision to just sit there in a 60s 70s sitcom and like play roles that you'd find in a sitcom. It didn't really track, but they've done such a great job of explaining really how you got to this point. Again, the storytellers over there at Marvel are just absolutely elite, and I'm really excited. I'm not gonna try to spoil any more. Denver did probably enough of that, and I appreciate it. He has the balls to do that kind of thing, and
Well,
I don't know. This is just really exciting. I saw this. Doesn't really track with anything in particular in the show on the screen for our YouTube viewers. This is the WandaVision Instagram. The way they've cultivated this, by the way, whoever the social media manager is over there, this is elite. Just look at this feed right here. This is absolutely elite.
I will say, for people who notice, in the Instagram feed, you see there's little red lines in there because there's cracks becoming involved. So there's some subliminal messaging there. I think the storytelling has been great. Something that came out right after the first 2 episodes was the director of WandaVision came out, and she said that she thought the storytelling was going to be too slow for people and they would get furious, but the payoff would be really great. And I agree with her.
Oh, I would 100% agree.
Storytelling aspect. I think people want like the big thing right away. So to get this 9-episode series that's really telling a good story, is truly how would you word it? A dream for somebody who's been waiting to see something like this. Not to mention, this year has some big things coming from Marvel. You still have the Loki series.
Oh, I'm excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, baby.
Don Cheadle was just confirmed for that as War Machine, and then apparently it's supposed to come out next year, but Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, couple big movies. Apparently, and last thing I'll say is for people who don't know, this WandaVision series is in direct connection with Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. They haven't stated how or why, but they're directly connected, and Kevin Feige has come out and said that.
We're going to leave it there for now. We're definitely going to come back and revisit WandaVision. Maybe not weekly, but for sure at least a couple more times over the next 4 episodes before it's all wrapped up. So keep a lookout for that. Moving on, we have what's going to be a very interesting segment. Going to be kind of short this week, but moving forward, I anticipate it being a little bit more expanded. We are into tweets of the week. These are just interesting things that Denver and I have found. Very different tastes, but you're going to kind of get a little bit of everything in here, I assume, moving forward. And with that, we're just going to jump right into it. I think I have the first tweet. It is from ESPN FC. And a little bit of context. So the man in this tweet, the picture, is Ronald Koeman. He is the manager of FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona played Granada a little earlier this week in the Spanish Copa del Rey, I do believe. And they were down 2-0 in the 88th minute. They scored 2 goals in the last like handful of minutes of regular time plus stoppage, force extra time, and win 5-3 in extra time after being down 2-0 to a team that is like just so much worse than them on paper. It's ridiculous. And as such, the big comeback, the manager right here, Ronald Koeman, apparently had a massive celebration of some kind. I didn't ever see video of it. I'm sure it's out there. I just didn't really dig hard enough, I suppose. But the manager then of Granada was very upset. He clapped back. This is more of just a quote of the week, truly. But the quote he sent back when he was asked about Ronald Koeman's celebration is, quote, "You are a clown. You lack humility. You are a moron." I hate drama in my personal life, but I am all here for seeing drama in the sports world between guys like this. Obviously, soccer or football in Europe is huge. I'm a big English Premier League fan. Denver knows that. So seeing stuff like this, I just think is absolutely hilarious.
I love how savage they are over in Europe. Like, they don't give a
They
damn
literally
about
don't
your
give.
feelings. They're like,
They don't
you're a
care at
moron. You have
all.
no humility.
Very true. Alrighty, Denver.
Like, goddamn.
This one's you, buddy. This is your tweet about Ubisoft.
Okay. So, Ubisoft, if for people who don't know, they were remaking Prince of Persia. And the thing about Prince of Persia is it's being delayed, which is fine. You know, games are being delayed, especially after the debacle of Cyberpunk. You don't want to put out a product like Cyberpunk.
Oh God, that was terrible.
So with that, Sands of Time has now been delayed indefinitely. Okay. What people don't know, or maybe some people do know if you follow Ubisoft and like Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, apparently there was like they were gonna make a second game, and just Ubisoft was like, nah, we don't like it. And so Prince of Persia actually became Assassin's Creed, like the series. So I thought this tweet was just interesting to go back and look at. Like, they tried it again, they didn't like it again, and maybe because they don't like it again, we get something more like Assassin's Creed, like something that's revolutionary in the game franchise. Whether it happens or not, it's just really interesting to look at and see how game studios now are delaying a lot of things. One game I was really looking forward to was the Hogwarts game, because we're big Harry Potter fans growing up. That's how we became friends, really, was Harry Potter. And they were supposed to have a game, but they delayed their game too because they want to give out a good product. So it's interesting to see all these big games that have been hyped up over the past couple of years, reboots, new next in the series games are being delayed. And this is just one of them that I wanted to showcase. So with that, that's all I have to say about that one.
All right, but I'm just gonna leave it with what you said. I'm not gonna add anything. Alrighty. This is kind of a series of tweets. I'm just gonna focus on two in particular. The Penn State football Twitter put out this graphic earlier this week. Seems pretty innocent, right? For those who are joining us audio only, it says a Penn Stater has appeared in every Super Bowl, and then in the fine print, except for 5 since 1967. Okay, there's been 55 Super Bowls now. Super Bowl's tomorrow. There will be a 55 as of, like 9 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. So, that's 90+%, but at the same time, it seems a little odd. This got a ton of clapback, not like in a troll way, from other parts of the college football world. My favorite one was from Ole Miss, who did a very similar graphic that says an Ole Miss Rebel has won every Super Bowl, and then in the fine print, except for the ones that they didn't. I love a little bit of internet troll shit. I love seeing stuff like this, especially between, Power 5 football schools. Penn State probably kind of deserve this in a way. But I just thought this was hilarious.
I just want to point out that like big schools who have mass like social media presences, or companies for that matter, never did this until Wendy's did. So I always look back and thank Wendy's for stuff like this, because this is just the most troll you can get. Like, especially in college football, like, what a dumb tweet to send out, but what a savage tweet by Ole Miss, just to be like, okay, like, really now, Penn State? Like, come on.
Absolutely. Um, Live twist here on the Dierks and Denver podcast. I'm gonna have to break it to Denver that the other tweet that he sent me, I unfortunately am not gonna be able to play because it has DMCA'd music in it. So I'm very, very, very sorry.
Oh, can you just mute it? Can you
I
mute
mean, I
it? Mute
can
the
I
audio.
can for the memes,
Please.
I suppose.
Please.
Um, but this okay. I'll read the caption first. No one, and then Taylor Horton Tucker in the locker room after carrying the Lakers. High quality video here, but I do have to say
I
I did appreciate the fuck out of this video. For any context, Taylor Horton Tucker got a lot of buzz. Was it last year's draft when he entered the league, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because he has really interesting like dimensions as a human. He has very, very, very long arms for his frame. Um, so that's kind of the joke there for anyone who it wasn't very apparent to. But go
Oh,
ahead.
this is like one of the best tweets I've seen all week, easily. Because okay, so one thing you'll know about me is I'm actually a huge NBA fan, and my favorite team is the Lakers, like diehard Lakers fan. And so Taylor Horton Tucker had a lot of buzz, but like he came out the other night and scored 17 or 19 off the bench, and like a Lakers win, and like my Twitter was blowing up with it because like Taylor Horton Tucker is like a good meme. He's like, if you put him and Alex Caruso together and probably like Marcus Morris, you got like a trio of memes on one
Just
team, and it's
absolute memes.
fantastic. But I saw that tweet and I just laughed because that was a glitch in NBA like 2K16 or something
hmm
for like
I
two
remember
weeks.
this. Definitely,
And
definitely a
I
funny
genuinely
tweet.
like cried.
We'll definitely have more memes going forward. I absolutely know it. And the last week tweet we're going to share with you this week, uh, just kind of an interesting thing. This is coming up. Uh, it's related to the Super Bowl coming up tomorrow. It's a statement from Miller Lite. I don't know if you've seen this, Denver. I think this is hilarious. So, the tweet reads, "Want some Miller Lite on us during Sunday's game? Like this tweet and remind you when it's time to type in the Miller Lite ridiculously long, calorie burning big game URL." So what's going on is Miller Lite is giving out, I think it's 5,000 prizes that amount to $8 to people who type in this URL during the Michelob Ultra commercial in tomorrow's Super Bowl, I do believe. I could be wrong on what beer it's going to be, but I just think this is hilarious. I'm going to read the URL because I just think the URL is absolutely hilarious too. It is, the website you have to go to claim your prize is www.thismillerlite will distract you from ultrasbiggamead.com / just type in this URL when the Michelob Ultra commercial airs on that sacred Sunday in February when everyone is watching football, and we will give you free Miller Lite, which not only has more taste than Michelob Ultra, but also has only one more calorie, and you will actually burn that calorie by typing this ridiculously long URL, but you will have to type it for real, no cheating by copying and pasting, which is why we are printing this URL in a good old-fashioned newspaper of the highest integrity, and yes, we are aware that there's bound to be some technology that exists that could transcribe a photo back into highlightable text, in which case you could cheat and copy and paste this URL, but we are going to trust you because good relationships are built on trust. So once again, please type this URL on February 7th because this is a stunt designed to make you miss our competitors' ad, burn a calorie, and get free beer. It's Miller time. God dang.
That is the most amazing tweet
I know, dude.
thing I've ever
We had to
seen.
we had to end on this one because I don't even know what to say. It kind of just speaks for itself. Uh, I seen this because I love Miller Lite personally. That's like my favorite like lager style beer, and it's just it's just oh dude,
I love that companies now just troll other
Pilsner
companies for
rather.
just fun.
But oh dude, it's
Like it has to be one of my favorite things about social media now is that it's acceptable to troll other people in like a good, hilarious way like this. Like,
so you better believe that I'm at least gonna give this an attempt, dude. I'm gonna type this thing into like a Word document later tonight, have it copied, pasted, ready to roll because I don't even care if it's $8 of free beer. That's $8 of free beer to me. Uh, all right, so that was tweets of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're seeing this, we're like I said, we're probably gonna do a lot more of those just because Twitter's a great place. I think we can all agree on that. Just there's no words for Twitter, is there?
no, no. Here's what the words I have for Twitter. How are you still free? Like, this is the best free app
Oh,
ever.
absolutely, it's incredible. But we're gonna now move into the final segment of the video podcast. But before we do that, we're gonna just close it here for our audio only listeners since what we're going to do next is so dependent on video that it just wouldn't really make sense. If you're listening on audio and want to come view this last segment, you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Dierks and Denver Podcast. Um, Look for our logo, which is all over our SoundCloud, and come find this segment. It's going to be about, we're shortening it. This video is the 100 top Super Bowl plays of all time. We're shortening it to the top 20 for time's sake. And we'd love it if you come over and join us. And if you're on video, just stick around. We're getting right into it. But thank you to everyone, regardless of platform, who's listening to this. We really appreciate it. This is only our second go around after the, rebrand that we did a couple days back. We're so excited to keep doing this. I know we're going to say that a lot over the next little bit here, but this is just such a great way for us to have fun discussion with each other. And we're so about having discussions with other people too. So if you want to join us live on Twitch, we will be announcing when we go live on Twitch moving forward. That is twitch.tv/Dirksy. We are on YouTube. As I already said, you can search for Dierks and Denver Podcast. And then on SoundCloud, you can find us with soundcloud.com/Dierks Denver Pod. No matter how you're joining us, we love you. I'm gonna throw it back to Denver so that he can say his piece. Just know that you are very, very appreciated.
Wow, thanks for taking my ending. No, just in all seriousness, thank you guys for audio listeners or video watchers for coming out and supporting us on anything that we do. As we grow and we continue to be excited and look forward to these things, we want you to know that we're excited to have you here. We're excited for you to be a part of what we're doing, whether it's here on Twitch or finding us on YouTube or listening to us on SoundCloud. Hopefully, we can expand that SoundCloud to other platforms, so it's not just exclusive to there. But that all takes time, and we're happy that you have the patience and willingness to come with us on this journey. As Dirk said, we love you all. I appreciate the hell out of every one of you, from the first person who watches to the last person who watches. You are truly making me so excited about this that I'm buying expensive equipment to just do this podcast, because I'm genuinely excited to do this and grow and have, discussion with anybody and everyone around the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're learning. We hope you're enjoying. Until next time, thank you, video watchers. keep sticking around. We're getting right into it. Woo! Alrighty. And we're going to throw it back. Again, this is the top 20 Super Bowl plays. We're going to just be reacting to this video. It's kind of like a little bonus segment here to end off the week. We'll be back to it, I anticipate, either sometime late Sunday night or Monday to react to what is hopefully a Chiefs win in the Super Bowl. Before we get into this, leave it here, Denver. We need a score prediction. We did not do that in our first pod. I already know you're picking the Chiefs. What do you think the score is going to be? Let's go.
32-18.
32-18. That's a very interesting score. All right. I like it. He's on the record now. We can hold him to that. I'm already on the record. I was asked to do a Super Bowl prediction for my former college publication. I'm not going to deviate from that at all because I don't think that's truthful. I picked the Chiefs, 34-27. And again, hopefully, I really got nothing against Tom Brady. I just hope that we see what I would consider the better outcome for the health of the game. Because I don't want Tom Brady to be completely immortal. I want Mahomes to have at least the chance to catch him. So, run it back. Chiefs Kingdom, let's go. Rise up. I don't even know what all the other hashtags are, but
here in Missouri.
Run it back. Alrighty. With that, we're throwing it right into the Super Bowl video. I'm excited, Denver. What do we think it's going to be? We don't have to necessarily say what we think is going to be in the top 20, but just you and I have watched what I'm probably on. This will be Super Bowl like number 17-ish for me. I think the first one I watched was Brady. His Patriots beat the Eagles in Jacksonville. That was Super Bowl 39. So this will be 16 or 17, something like that for me. What about you? What are some of your favorite Super Bowl memories of the last 15 years or so?
Well, I know one of them is going to be in this top 20 playlist, so I don't think I should say it.
No, go ahead.
As I'm a big Bears fan. Okay, one of my favorites of all time is the David Tyree catch from the Giants.
Absolutely,
Patriots game.
Legendary catch.
That blew my mind. It was the Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl.
Oh, that has two of them.
Who caught that?
That has two of them. The Santonio Holmes catch to win the game in the back of the end zone. I hope that's on here. And then the James Harrison 100-yard pick six. I really hope is in here. Those are two, as a Steelers fan, two of the best plays I'd think of those. Those are like ingrained in my DNA. That and the other one I hope to see here that, maybe not top 20 worthy, but 3 years before that, Super Bowl 40, when the Steelers played the Seahawks, the wide receiver reverse turned into wide receiver pass from Antoine Randall L to Hines Ward for like a 50-yard touchdown. I loved that one too. Non-Steelers Super Bowl moments. I'm trying to think. The Percy Harvin kickoff return to start the second half for the Seahawks when they beat the crap out of Denver. I don't know why. That was just such a hype moment because it seemed like, again, that might not be top 20 worthy, but at that moment you kind of felt that, hey, the Seahawks are actually going to win this thing now, Go ahead.
One of my favorite plays, and I don't think it'll be on here. It might be on here, but not top 20, was back when the Bears played the Colts. Devin Hester had that kickoff return to start the game.
Oh, yeah,
That was so hype. That was amazing. So, that was one of my favorites. I really, really, I don't know if I enjoyed it so much, but the Malcolm Butler interception.
Yeah, that one was kind of tough to watch, but it was a hell of a play.
Only because that Madden card for Malcolm Butler following that was insane. He still gets flashback cards from that game to this day. I follow Madden on Twitter, so I know.
Another catch that kind of gets overshadowed because of the David Tyree catch is the second iteration of that Giants Patriots Super Bowl that happened, I think, 4 years later. It wasn't for a touchdown or anything like that, but it was a deep pass to Mario Manningham on the sideline where he just did this insane toe touch to get the first down. I think it was on third down and long too. Like that was just an insane catch. I'm trying to think of like something a little more recent, in these like last 5 years. Again, it hurt because it was the Patriots, but that Julian Edelman catch off of like the tipped ball that got tipped like I don't even remember how many times on the Patriots drive to tie the game against the Falcons comes to mind. Yeah.
Last year's Chiefs when it was like fourth quarter and Mahomes threw like a 45-yard bomb.
Oh,
to
the bomb
Hill.
to Tyreek Hill on third and long. Yeah,
that really switched the game over into the Chiefs' favor. Fun fact about that, because we're talking about the Super Bowl. I was actually, when it was like 11 minutes left to go or whatever, I actually started doing homework because I thought the Super Bowl was over.
Ooh.
And then they came back and I was like, oh shit. And like, I didn't do homework that night eventually, but.
Alrighty. I think we're just going to.
Watching, man.
Yeah, we're just going to just send it here. We're done speculating. We'll react in real time. Again, Denver, just let me know if you want me to pause at any point. Otherwise, we're just gonna probably ride it out a little bit.
Looking for a second Super Bowl title in 3 years. Snap, ball down, kick up, kick is on the way, kick is good.
Vinatieri, of course. South Dakota State boy. Oh, this was a hell of a catch. I remember this.
Reaching up, ball flat. He caught it. It fell into his arms. It was tipped up in the air and Kurtz on his back at the 5-yard line. Are you?
That one is definitely overshadowed by
which one?
This curse catch right here. This curse catch is definitely
I forgot
overshadowed.
this even happened.
Yeah, by what happens immediately after this. When just Malcolm Butler rips the hearts out of half of America. Oh, here it is. Yep. Edelman catch.
Edelman has it. Did he make the catch? He did! At the 40. Edelman has his hands underneath it and his arms around. And in fact, there was a bubble, but he was able to catch it before it hit the turf. Warner has time. Fitzgerald into Steeler territory. 30.
This one might hurt a little more if the Steelers didn't win this game.
The Cowboys and the Colts all tied up. O'Brien is ready.
Back when Larry Fitzgerald was
There's
fast.
the snap. The kick is up. It is long enough. It hits.
All right, I know you're a few seconds
that's an old
behind, right? Yeah, I know you're a few seconds behind, but there's just so much that's great about this one right here. You got the kicker wearing number 80.
Yeah.
Really not old grainy footage. You love that nostalgia type thing. He's got like the really thin double bar face mask, and he's not. They don't even give a shit about CTE. He ain't got. I mean, I know he's a kicker, but he's not got his chin strap buckled, dude. This guy he's living it. John Riggins.
He's going to go all the way. Unless Blackwood can catch him, and he can't. The 27-yard line. Warner to throw. Going deep.
They used to wear such weird numbers back in the day that don't make sense.
And Isaac Cruz threads his way.
What do you mean?
Like 44 on a running back? What?
Yeah,
It's a weird number for a running back.
not really. Well, like running backs can wear anything from 20 to 49.
Oh,
But that's still modern.
all right.
Once they instituted the rules for numbering in the NFL. I mean, like, I know he wasn't nearly as good as John Riggins, but like Ahmad Bradshaw is a really recent running back that wore 44.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of other running backs that wear numbers in the 40s. Anyway,
For a touchdown.
super hype moment. Just a good story for New Orleans to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, New Orleans. They deserved that one, to be honest with
They
you.
really did. They probably deserved a couple more in these last few years, like at least appearances, right? But
Oh my God.
yeah,
game's
yeah,
winning.
that one broke my heart. We're not pausing for this one. Really?
He still gets some Madden part
He get
too.
this touchdown right here gets one. That's interesting to me. I'll let you catch up, but that touchdown to Plexico Burress. That being in the top that being in the top 11 is kind of surprising. Like, I mean, it was an important touchdown, no doubt, but like, you know, it's interesting, you know, like what they used as like the criteria, you know, because I don't necessarily say that was like a crazy play, you know, as a fairly routine pitch and catch. But yeah, I think this is the Manningham throw pitch and catch from Eli Manning that I was talking about earlier. I'll rewind it 5 seconds and sender. Oh, just filthy. Just absolutely filthy.
A heck of a catch by Mario Manningham.
This is absolutely brilliant. That is everything you have to
I can't believe they actually won that game.
I really can't believe they won either of those two Super Bowls against New England, but I'm sure glad they did. Could you imagine if Brady already had 8 rings and he was 8 for 9? If he was 8 for 9, that'd be insane. I'm already excited. We already know what's coming here. I knew this had to be in here. This is one of the best big dude touchdowns of all time.
Sidecar to his left. Steelers show blitz. They're back. He throws the pass up. It's going to be picked up. James Harrison has it. He's running up the sideline.
The excitement on your face, Dierks, is
Dude,
so great.
Just well, shit. This is like the last time as a this game right here is like the last time as a Steelers fan that I was happy.
At least you've been able to be happy.
That's fair.
By James Harrison. He picked off a pass that started at the 2-yard line, weaved his way through people. That is the biggest play.
Get the hit of oxygen afterwards. Love it. Old school Steelers, yes. Lynn Swann.
Oh, he is in Madden this year.
Lynn Swann?
Yeah. He's dumb fast, too.
Oh! Did you catch that right? I'll let you catch up to where I was. Let me know when it's paused. That was roughing the passer in today's NFL, wasn't it? That was roughing the passer.
Yes, it was. That might even be an ejection because that was a head hit.
The game has changed, boy. The game has changed. Terry Bradshaw was seeing double or triple after that. Look at him. He has to be helped off. What the fuck?
This has been a year of Vinatieri and making some great kicks.
Another Vinatieri kick.
Oh,
Again,
Terry's,
South Dakota State boy, baby. South Dakota State.
Crockett giving to Allen, sending him wide left. He has to reverse his field, but he gets away for a moment. Comes back up the middle of 30, 25, 40. Breaks past 2 men at the 50, down to the 40. Picking up a blocker to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Raiders!
is that Rich Gannon?
A crowd of
No.
17,000 on its collective ear. A play on which he should have lost.
Fuck was that then?
What do you mean? The quarterback?
Who's that quarterback?
It probably was Ken Stabler, right? I didn't even pay attention to the quarterback. Let me rewind a little bit.
Because Rich Gannon wore the same number.
Rich Gannon wore 12. This guy's 16, so this might be Jim Plunkett.
Oh.
Giving to Allen, sending him wide left. He has to reverse
Actually, I have no
his
idea. Who the fuck is it?
field, but he gets away for a moment.
Anyway, it's not irrelevant, but
It's not that bad that
I
we
just
don't
like
know.
Rich
This was many years before we were born.
To the 10, to the 5, touchdown Raiders! Holy Toledo! A crowd of 70,000
Marcus Allen is so fast.
collective ear. A play on which he should have lost 5 yards, and he
comes right. Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws.
They're showing brief on this month. Oh, it's
A touchdown. A 10-yard pass. The 49ers have scored with 34 seconds remaining.
Oh, here we go. I still will never know, one, how Ben made that throw, and two, how Antonio Holmes made this catch.
It was the most impressive, like, one of the most impressive catches I've ever seen in my life. Like, it doesn't make sense, does it?
It's definitely crazy. Oh my! This is number 2. Oh, Denver! Oh no! I'll wait for you to get caught up before we talk about this.
Oh my God! This is the number 2
It's number
play.
2, dude. Oh, why? This is devastating.
Oh God!
Down to half a minute. Russell Wilson extends the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted. Intercepted off the Butler. Butler has it at the 1. Oh my God! Malcolm Butler stepped in front of a throw. The New England Patriots are on to a celebration.
Oh my God!
Of course, number 1. We probably could have guessed this.
No, he got out of it. Now he fires downfield, and it is caught at the 24.
Yeah, this is the greatest Super Bowl play of all time. Like, how?
There's just so much to it. Like, the catch is really one of a kind. I mean, David Tyree wasn't really saying he wasn't even a stud would be still probably overselling it. And then to have Eli Manning escape the pressure the way he did, pitch it down, and then Rodney Harrison, I mean, he's a perennial all-pro safety to be the guy in coverage and get mossed like that. That's just
Eli Manning,
unreal. Eli Manning.
Well, let's hope tomorrow makes more Super Bowl history, more great Super Bowl plays. I want to see something crazy happen tomorrow.
I do too. I at the end of the day, I want a good game. I don't want to.
Very much true.
I don't want to blow out. That usually doesn't happen in the Super Bowl anyway. But I think you probably can. Maybe not so much now that you live so close to Kansas City. But basically, it's like if the Steelers don't make it, for the most part, like I'll have a team I root for, but I'm not like it's too hurt by what happens.
It's now that I'm here, it's like, God damn, I'm in this little like bandwagon group, and I hate it.
For you,
but,
it's the Bears and the
it's
Chiefs,
awesome.
but
yeah,
it'll be a good
Bears
time.
made the Super Bowl, I would lose my mind.
That is true. It doesn't happen very often, especially nowadays.
Yeah,
Maybe one day,
maybe 40 years.
Maybe one time, or maybe sometime soon, Money Mitch will turn his MVP trophy into like the Super Bowl MVP. I wouldn't hold my breath for that one, but maybe
Most valuable player.
Alrighty, I think that's going to do it for the video edition of the podcast. Again, thank you all for watching this episode. We are going to have hopefully many, many more in the days and weeks to come. But for now, that's all we got. I hope you had a good time. We had a good time. And until next time, we'll catch you later.